A unique pop-up restaurant is set to land in Victoria next month. The venue is set in a home, the food fine dining. And while there's no alcohol, you still might leave with a buzz thanks to a secret ingredient that's not even legal yet.
Chef Travis Petersen hosts a Cannabis-infused dining series in secret locations all over North America.
Former Master Chef Canada contestant is adding a little green to his latest dishes, and we're not talking about vegetables.
Our 10th Infused Dining series we've done in 7 cities across the country.
The Nomad Cook is a culinary cannabis brand focused on giving chefs, both amateur and professional, the tools they need to cook with cannabis both safely and correctly. We use one-of-a-kind dining experiences to help introduce the newest ingredient in Canadian pantries, cannabis. I got into cannabis cooking because I saw a window of opportunity. All of a sudden, there was this new ingredient that had been forbidden that now Canadian chefs could legally work with.
Just making an infused butter here. So what I've got is 3.5 grams of this Romulan haze. That's a hybrid. It's very high in limonene, which is the terpene that we find in lemons that is kind of responsible for the therapeutic effect where we get a little energetic.
Even though regulations strictly control how we're able to serve this ingredient, I felt as Canadians, we had a small window of opportunity to become the leaders in this industry. As other countries start to move into legalization, they can look at Canada as the precedent, and they can look at Canadians as the experts.
Come around tableside, and we'll dose each of our guests accordingly to their own tolerance level. We have about 7 people coming that don't want any cannabis. There's a bar that will serve wine in that. But it's all up to the person's discretion about how much they want.
Nomad, we actually talked about these things, and like 6 months ago we had a dinner together.
In Toronto, yeah.
Toronto.
Yeah.
So it's not the first time, but it's one of the first dinner. Yeah. And it's actually very interesting to learn about everything.
The magical thing about a Nomad Cook event is how strangers come together. I've watched time and time again hundreds and hundreds of people ingest cannabis and all of a sudden open up, feel comfortable to share.
My name is Silver Bond, and I'm coming straight from Italy. And I have a pastoration in Brooklyn called Culinary, pastificio e vino. And we made homemade fresh pasta, and so I did the same things for you guys tonight. So you're gonna have some fresh made cavatelli with cauliflower. There is gonna be puree and also shaved, some beautiful sea urchin, and then a mix of olives, a mix of Mediterranean spices. So olives, tomato, Calabrian chilies. That's where my family is from. And some love. So I hope everybody's enjoying it, and bon appetito.
Right now, Canadians have the opportunity to write the roadmap, to be the ones to help show the culinary world how you can responsibly and safely integrate cannabis into a restaurant.
So these are local scallops from Vancouver Island. Literally crack them and clean them ourselves. And then inside, you're gonna find a really rich shellfish broth and the seared scallop back in the shell, and then a lot of toasted breadcrumb on top, in which we use cannabis THC infused butter. So the breadcrumbs are Chinese sausage, also kind of bringing a little Vancouver into it. So Chinese sausage, breadcrumb, a little wheat butter, and a lot of goodness. So enjoy, have fun. I'm here for any questions.
Knowing that there's vendors out there that can supply top ingredients on a quick turnaround, that's obviously beautiful and fresh, it's just makes a lot of the stress that goes into putting these events a lot easier, knowing that I'm going to get beautiful product like this. So.
Over the next 12 months, the Nomad Cook's focus will be to work closely with licensed growers and producers to produce recipes built around their strains. Back in April of 2018, I started the Infused Dining series and would travel coast to coast within Canada, serving over 3,200 Canadians their first infused dining experience.
We then deep fried it So it's gonna be served on top of some mashed potatoes, and then we've got a beautiful infused cranberry gravy I'm gonna dose right on top of it. So I hope you guys can enjoy this next course.
As more and more countries start to legalize the recreational use of cannabis, there will be a larger demographic of people looking at alternate ways other than smoking. Let's face it, smoking isn't healthy. By introducing cannabis into foods, we can start to use botanical terpenes matched with the natural terpenes of the cannabis to create new flavors, taste, and smells. This will also give the canna curious a safe introductional way to ease into the space. With Canada being the first country to fully legalize the recreational use of cannabis, I saw a window of opportunity for Canadian chefs to put our flag on the culinary map and master this ingredient. My goal has been to unite us coast to coast. With every safe and successful event we do, we are one step closer to showing that cannabis belongs in the same category as sapphire and white truffles.